Morning, starshine. The earth says hello. Hello. It's so nice out today, you guys. Happy, beautiful day. Happy Wednesday. Happy, joy. Thumbs up if you know what that's from. And I know you guys do. How are you today? I'm in a really good mood. It's a really nice day out. And I hope you guys are doing really well. You know the drill. Oh, little turtle in the road. Oh, move faster. Do you guys stop and pick up turtles? I do, if they're not snappers and there's not a lot of cars behind me. So, yeah, welcome to another exciting Wednesday. Someday I'm going to mix it up and I'll, start with a more fascinating intro. But today is not that day. And we are leaving the cave and heading back to the nest. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be coffee involved and some feeding of the birds. But you never know. I'm nothing if not consistent, you guys. Pretty much that girl of routine. Thanks for the love on my paper boho beads. I really hesitated to put that video up. I told you guys there are so many of them on YouTube, but I figured, why not? There wasn't one by Cali Black, so now there is. And I've gotten some good response. So I love to hear that you guys get inspired. It's so cyclical, you inspire me right back. So it's just a big love fest, isn't it? I'm going to have a pretty quiet day today. I don't have any big plans. I'm just going to let the day unfold. I would like to start working on the July Dyson deal so we could have that up. And because last month I waited till like the day before and rushed through it, and it looks like maybe it's 2 days before now. That'll give me a little bit of time. I have no lunch plans. I do need to go shopping, but I have plenty of staples, so we'll be able to put something together. I don't know. Tom and I had some amazing Chinese food last night. There's a place that he passes on his way home from work that makes the most amazing vegan, chicken, even though it's not chicken. It's made out of seitan, or I don't know how they do it, but it's friggin' amazing, in a Szechuan spicy sauce. So we have leftovers from that for dinner tonight. So I'll either do something Mexican today for lunch or something Indian inspired. But we'll just kind of wing it. And there's a neighbor, and I wave to him. Hello, neighbor. He's getting his mail. And I haven't gotten anything from Amazon, which is a good thing because, you don't need to be shopping all the time. I do have a little package of Happy Mail. And yeah, let's go inside. Look at this glorious day, you guys. I hope it's as beautiful where you're at. You can see in the lower right-hand corner that brown pot. I threw some morning glory seeds in there, and I think my porch is soon going to be covered. I love morning glories. I used to plant them around the perimeter of my garden that I used to have, and one year they totally took over, and every year after that it was like morning glory palace. So they can be invasive, but they sure are pretty. This is what's on the breakfast menu this morning. I'm out of regular suet, and I've yet to make my own. That's still on my to-do list. Yesterday I filled the suet feeder with peanut butter sandwiches with raisins and dried apples. And let me tell you, they tore it up. But I'm not going to make that a regular practice. It could get pretty pricey. Yeah, so I love my birdies. Hashtag bird nerd. And my daughter in North Carolina actually rescued a baby blue jay the other day and brought it to a wildlife sanctuary. So we come from a long line of animal lovers in this family. Okay, coffee's going, birds are fed. And I thought I would just share with you something. I was really disappointed, you guys, but I have to tell you this. Otherwise, I would be remiss in my vegan duties. This is my collection of a Go Veggie cheese, and I've talked about this often, and I've used it in grilled cheese and other things. Here's the white cheddar and the Parmesan. And you guys, my sister of the moon, Donathan, was over last week, and I made a grilled cheese sandwich, and she is making some dietary changes, and so I just happened to read the label even more closely. Now, these were sold in a, what I assumed, there's that word, vegan section of my store, local ShopRite, and you guys, upon carefully reading the ingredients again, these do contain casein, which is a milk protein. So these are not vegan, and I've been using them. I went completely vegan, or so I thought, last November, and I was really pleased to find these products, but they're not vegan. They are vegetarian, and they are much healthier than regular cheese, if you will. But I had to tell you, I'm a little heartbroken. Daya, or Daya, D-A-I-Y-A, and Chow, C-H-A-O, are vegan cheeses, and I'm going to have to take a trip to my local health food store. Or Amazon has now bought Whole Foods, so that is an option as well. I do have a Prime membership, and I can get Prime Pantry on Amazon, so I will be checking out. Let me know if you guys know, my vegan friends, of any other vegan cheeses, but I will be giving these to Tom, who is mostly vegan. He's probably 90%, but the other 10% allows for cheese like this, so it won't go to waste. But yeah, I was a little disappointed, you guys, but what are you going to do? I wanted to share that with you, though. And what else? You can see back here, I've been running my diffuser, you know, not nonstop, but daily since I've gotten it. And today, we're doing a little rosemary lavender blend. I've been experimenting a little and being aware that it cautions against using citrus oils. So, what else have I tried in there? Patchouli, eucalyptus, rosemary, and now lavender. So I clean it out good in between each use, and I'm loving it. My grandson got a big kick out of the mist, too. Kind of looks like a volcano, so that was cool. And I have not yet put these beads away, which, if you haven't seen the video yet, check it out. But, you know, it's when do you stop? That's always my problem. I never know when to stop. So I've stopped right now. And for those of you who are familiar with my windows, which I'll give you a show later on, know how much I love hanging beads in the window. And I'll also show you what I did with that hummingbird feeder. So let me work on some coffee and that first cup. Coconut sugar, just a little bit. Come join me for a cup. Been starting my days with a little smudge, and this is that Palo Santo stick that came in one of my goddess boxes. Amazing. Love this stuff. Thumbs up for Palo Santo. I know it's an endangered wood right now, but it's amazing for cleansing the area, smudging. I like it better than white sage, and I love white sage, so let me know if you guys use this. Okay, guys, I'm not laughing at someone else's misfortune, but if I could help them, I would. But you can see my neighbor next door has his car on his lawn, and apparently he got his lawnmower stuck. You can see where he's walking. It's really marshy and swampy there, and he's trying to use his car to extricate it. He doesn't look like it's gonna work out too good. Yeah, again, if I could help him, I would, but I'll just send him some good luck. Well, he was not successful, so he gave up on trying. He kept standing there looking at it. I felt really bad for him. Later on, when I touch base with Tom, if he's still out there trying to deal with it, I'll see if Tom can help him out. Or maybe this guy's got a better backup plan. I don't really know him. He's a summer visitor. We have a lot of people who come here in the summertime and live elsewhere. So, yeah, that's how his day's going. So, I'll send him some good, lawnmower energy, but probably shouldn't put heavy machinery down in swampy areas. Just saying. Hey guys, I thought I'd share this with you. I told you my grandson spent the night this weekend, and a lot of times when he's here, I'll do things that I've had on a to-do list because he's kind of taken over the computer and stuff, so it's a good thing. But one thing I did was to hang up some pictures, and I also framed a lot of my concert tickets. Now, this is a small fraction of, we're in my bedroom, by the way, and this was a neglected corner here. I kind of have the grandkids' toys over here, and I did make this collage, which I'm not finished with yet. I do want to kind of do a border, but just cut out some pics of my grandkids. And what else did I do? I'll show you all these pictures. This is my mother holding me, circa 1964. So shout out to anybody who was born in 64. And I love that pic. And here is a pic of Tom and I. Sorry for the glare. I love that pic of us. And for those of you who don't know, Tom and I were reunited after 22 years. And we've been together for the last 4.5. So I plan on spending the rest of my life with this man. And up here that's over a year old. That's a picture of my oldest granddaughter, Miss Riley Marie, and my youngest grandson, Jacoby. I have 5 grandchildren. I'm blessed. I have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy, and 5 grandchildren, 3 boys and 2 girls. This is my very handsome son, Jonathan, and I have to tell you, every time I post a picture of him on Facebook, all the ladies go crazy. So yes, he is very handsome and he's a wonderful guy, and I'm really proud of the man he's become. I'm proud of all my children, and these are my 2 beautiful daughters, Rachel and Danielle, with my 2 granddaughters, Cameron and Riley, and again, that was taken a couple years ago. And this is my sister Sue, who I talk about, and she's getting married, and I'm so excited for her next week. So yeah, and there's my handsome sweetie pie too. I love you, Tom Marshall. And let's see, here is my heart son, Nick. You guys hear me talk about Nick all the time. And this was taken on the Bethel Woodstock site. And that was about 3 years ago. And Nick has grown again into a fine young man. He just got his first car, and yeah, is driving. And so he was about 13, 14 in this picture, and now he's 18 years old. So there's my grands again. There's my grandson Carter's school pictures. And this is, again, a fraction of the tickets. Now, the only ticket that's not real here is this Woodstock ticket, and this is a replication. I was 5 years old when the original Woodstock happened, so, but everything else, and again, you guys, I have been blessed to have seen hundreds of concerts. I started going to concerts when I was 14, And I wish that I had all my tickets and the concert t-shirts, and we used to buy the baseball jerseys. And anyway, this is what I have left. You could see, let me see, Jethro Tull, Los Lobos, Allman Brothers Band, Levon Helm Band. I had the honor of meeting and getting a hug from Levon. Bob Dylan, Hot Tuna, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. I've seen Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young like 6 times. I've seen the Allman Brothers a few times. Let's see. John Denver. That's an old one. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. The Moody Blues. And I've seen the Moody Blues many, many times too. Like more than 5 with various orchestras and stuff. I'm a big fan. What else? Joan Baez and the Indigo Girls. I've seen them a couple times. Some more Hot Tuna. Can't get enough. Rusted Root. Heart. Cheap Trick. Joan Jett. Ani DeFranco. What do we got? Oh, that's my Wicked ticket I saw with my Sister of the Moon, Donathan. There was an anti-fracking concert. Baseball game. Some more Heart. And John Bonham's son with the Led Zeppelin Experience, Jason Bonham, Journey, and Spinal Tap, unwigged and unplugged live, which was great. So again, you guys, this is just a fraction of the shows I've seen. I can't even begin to list the bands. Bands that I regret not ever seeing would include Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, but what are you going to do? There's DVDs now. And yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. So I got some more cleaning done. Steal Your Face. And I hung up. Some of you guys may have seen that. That's a drawing I did based on that Amy Brown picture. And this was the first watercolor I ever did. Which, it's alright. I hung it up. Yeah, so thanks for sharing that little snippet there. But I think my point that I wanted to show you was the fact that I mounted these tickets on sheets of music paper, and I thought that looked cool. So that was my point, and I'm still drinking coffee, you guys, and getting ready. Haven't decided what we're eating today. Yeah, just sharing stuff. Speaking of concerts, it reminded me, Tom and I picked this up when we were out to dinner the other night. For those of you who know, I live right down the road from the original Woodstock site, which is now Bethel Woods Center for Performing Arts. And this is their lineup this year. Every year it's kind of getting better and better, but every year I'm getting older and older, and I've either seen a lot of these bands or I just don't have the desire to go sit on the field. Not true for everything. I'm not that much of an old fart. I do love live music, but this is what's going on. Let me know if there's anything here you guys would be interested in seeing. Train, Neil Diamond, Zach Brown, John Mellencamp, Ann Hampton, Luke Bryan. Some of these people I don't even know. Who's Luke Bryan? Foreigner, Cheap Trick. There's Jason Bonham again. Incubus, Rod Stewart and Cyndi Lauper. That would probably be a good one. Chicago and the Doobie Brothers. I've seen those. Blondie and Garbage. Again, would probably be a good concert, but just not into it. Santana, I've seen a few times. Kings of Leon, I like them, but not enough to go see them. Florida Georgia Line, I have no idea. REO Speedwagon and Styx, I've seen them. Rocktopia with the Hudson Valley Philharmonic, that actually sounds kind of cool. It's the orchestra renditions of classic rock songs. But Goo Goo Dolls, I've seen them. Mark Nadler, Lynyrd Skynyrd, I've seen them. Hank Williams Jr., Sting, I've seen Sting. I saw Melissa Etheridge open for Sting in the 90s. The Manhattan Chamber Players, Scott Samuelson and G. McDonald. Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. I talked with Tom about that. That's at the end of September in their event gallery, so it's a much smaller venue. It's where I showed you in the museum. It's right next to that. That might be a good show, it would be a great show. I love him, depending on ticket prices. Who else? Borisley and Friends. A lot of these, Borislav, I don't know. Zofo Play the Classics. Blues Festival, Bella Fleck. I'd be interested in checking that out. Los Lonely Boys would be good, and Eileen Ivers. So that's the concert lineup for this year in Bethel Woods. And then they do all kinds of educational things and kids stuff. So, you know, drum and gong day, cooking demos, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to read all these, but they do movies on the field like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Dirty Dancing, stuff for the kids. So I spent a lot of years protesting the development of the site, but I have to say, you guys, and I've said this before, they've done a beautiful job, and they do, you know, at least it is being used for something positive for the community. So I do support it now, and, you know, we grow and change and learn in life, right? Yeah, so peace and love, and I'll see you in a little bit. Exactly why we go through so much bird seed. And, you know, it's my fault in a way. I just toss it on the deck, but you really can't keep squirrels out where they want to go. So happy to feed them. I name all my squirrels Fred. And I don't know why. So there's Fred 1 and Fred 2. And there's also, oh, Fred 3. We have the whole family now. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, see, you know, just like humans, territorial over the limited supply of resources, right? I don't feel bad for them, though. It's a nice summer day. They can get out and forage around. It cracks me up because I'll find little pockets of sprouted sunflower seeds where I think it's the chipmunk will bury them randomly in my dirt, and you would think they would know that they're going to sprout, or maybe they like fresh sprouts. I don't know. Does anyone know? You guys, an updated cottage tour, and I will do that, I promise. You know, even though basically, you guys, I mean, give me a break. You see it every time I bring you here, right? But I'll get into detail when I do the tour, but I have not forgotten. But in the meantime, let me show you what I did with the hummingbird feeder for now. I'm keeping it inside, and it's funny, a few of you commented on that also, that it was too nice to hang outside, and I agree. And what I've decided to do, because I don't have hummingbirds flying around my house, is to hang it from the ceiling. But I do not have the hardware that I need to do that yet. Tom and I need to make a Home Depot run, because I still want to, I'm trying to take it slow here, I still want to hang things from the ceiling there in front of that window. But so that's my plan for the hummingbird feeder as well. But for now, I have it resting on the shelf above my sink here. And look, I put some pothos in it as a rooter. And I just put it on this little stand. I have this little wooden stand. And oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. So you could see, obviously that's where it hangs, and it'll look even cooler, you know, hanging. But for right now, when I do my dishes, it's right there, and it makes me very, very happy. And the air plants are doing well. I just throw them in a bowl of water. So far it's been like once a week. And they seem to like it, and they're thriving. I kind of have them scattered around. And when they get a little dry, I still haven't tried the oil lamp yet. Now that I have lamp oil, I can try it, but there's another air plant. They get a little gray when they need water, is what I've noticed. And then I move this guy over here, and he seems to like it there. So yeah, this is, where's the other air plant? Up here. And life is good, you guys. Life is good and magical and wonderful and kaleidoscopic. And I am going to, this will be the window, obviously, that I'm going to hang those boho beads in at some point if I get around to stringing them. I have a lot of projects on my to-do list, and I know before we know it, it will be time for another Gypsy and Witch project. And our pool is going to be, let me see if I can show you through the window. Our pool is going to be open July 1st. Oh man, it's bright out there. Sorry guys. Can't see that at all. Trust me, there's a pool out there, and my grandson is very much aware. And he'll be coming this weekend, and we're going to have like a July 1st kind of pool party thing. So, you know, I'm going to have to try to work around, but I always manage to get some creating time in. And one thing, oh yeah, sand track, Cali. One thing that I wanted to work on, that I've been wanting to work on for a long time, is this bathroom. And let's not even look at the bathroom door, okay? Stopped, but I had to re-film this because it was so dark that there's no way you could see. So let's start with my ugly bathroom door again, and my really cool fish that Nicholas got for me. And I just want to show you that this cabinet here, which Tom built for me, I want to build a curtain for. And my intent is to do something like the boho gypsy curtain. And I apologize for the fan noise. There's nothing I can do about it. It's way up high. So this is my cabinet, and you can see on top there that I used one of the trays that I got at the garage sale, as well as those mermaid bookends up there. And that's my a shadow box I did. There's actually a video on that. So that's there for now. Things move around a lot for me. And then I have a couple of potions up there and some arsenic, all fake of course. Shout out to Bayou Billy. Yeah, so I don't want to cover these things up, but I do want to have some kind of a, you know, decorative edge here hanging. So I think I may do the boho gypsy curtains, or maybe I'll use some of my old Indian silk stuff. We'll see. But I'll be moving things around. Yeah, you guys really can't see. I have a lot of my nail polishes over here, which I want to find a new spot for. I keep my body butter in this purple container, and I made a bunch of that with Dawn this week, my sister Donathan. And I'm just showing you stuff. So yeah, this shelf I use a lot, obviously. That's where I have my soaps, including soaps from my mama. And I got that shoe shine box at the auction last year, as well as that green glass decanter. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of, you know, the look of the toilet and, you know, all that stuff, but what are you going to do? But I will put a curtain on that. So that's on my to-do list, as well as my shower curtain. Yeah, I just have like random art in here. I did that a few years ago. And down here I have an old towel rack that I hang a lot of my necklaces on, and this spice rack that I have my essential oils on, and a shelf that I have some tissue wrapped tissue on. And again, just random art, old medicine ads. One of my favorite bands of all time. Thumbs up if you're a Stones fan. Thumbs up if you're an Allman Brothers fan. This is one of the first mixed media collages I ever did. That's on an old Valentine's chocolate box lid. And another one of my favorite first graphite and ink drawings I did when I first started mixed media a couple of years ago. Really got into Zentangling and dangles and things, and who doesn't love a seahorse? And yeah, there's a frame made out of eggshells that I dyed with alcohol ink, and There's some like duct tape, you know, drywall wire, and yeah, polymer clay box I've had forever. A frog box that Nicholas got me. Yeah. An empty shelf. How can that be? This is one of the first dream catchers I ever made. Yeah, things you'd find in everybody's bathroom, right? Pink Floyd light switch. Galaxy handrail. The rules for being human. Did you guys ever see that? Let me know if you want me to read that to you sometime. And speaking of collages, well, I might as well finish the tour. This table my sister Donathan gave me, and I painted, oh gee, Galaxy, as well as my radiator down here is purple, and I have a stool that my grandkids use, and that I got really into Galaxy print, you guys. But this collage here, which if you're sitting on the John, you can't really see too well, but it's my first mixed media collage, and my grandson loves it, and I look at it now and there's things that I would change about it. I don't know how well you can see that, guys. But yeah, so that's the bathroom tour. You're getting unexpected cottage tour today, whether you were prepared for it or not. Let's go open some Happy Mail, shall we? And then I'm getting really hungry, so we might as well make something to eat. What's it gonna be? Mexican or Indian inspired? I don't know. One of the two. Yeah, I'm just continuing to give you the tour. Randomness. I just like randomness, and I've collected, you could never replicate my, I don't want to call it style, my aesthetic, because I have collected these things for many, many years, and they weren't, you know, you can't go to Pier 1 or a store. Love these. Oh yes. And here is a star candlelight that I would like to alter as well. So I have a lot of projects. Hello. Continual project in the mirror right there. And but top of the list is making this curtain. So let's open up some Happy Mail and make some lunch. Okay. Mail, I just wanted to show you the body butter that we made last week, and I do have a video on this. This time I did lavender vanilla, and you can kind of see specks of the vanilla bean in there. They smell amazing, amazing, and I love them. And in the summer especially, I mean, I have dry skin, you guys, and it's aging rapidly from years of sun damage. These are really great. I love them. A little goes a long way. So we had fun making these last week. And Crazy Quilt Progress, third hexagon. Yeah, haven't touched it. So this calls my name too. And that's what happens. They wind up hanging over my head, and I feel guilty about projects I should be completing. And that's not what it's about. So I need to kind of work on just letting it go, and there's a time for everything. And yeah, but I wanted to share that with you. So without further ado, I received a unexpected envelope in the mail from a repeat offender, Miss Nancy Watkins, who has blessed me with Happy Mail in the past. And I have only slid it. I haven't even peeked. And Nancy, normally I would let someone know when I received their mail, but I didn't, and so I apologize. Nancy, I hope you don't mind. I'm opening this here, and thank you in advance, sister. That's wonderful. So let's see what we have in this padded envelope. And the first thing I see right at the top is a little, looks like an enamel dot. Oh my God, look at my nails. Oh, you guys, I need to wash my hands. Sorry. Look at this. Man, there's little bits of glitter and stuff in there. So, and this look, right at the top, love it. Oh, I can't, you guys, please excuse my dirty fingernails. That's the last I'm going to say it. Oh, sister. I just got like a chill. What, you guys? These are die cuts. Gorgeous. I say this every time I touch a die cut that it's time for me to do a mixed media collage, but she said, just got these in, knew you had to have some. Are you kidding me? Listen, am I missing something here? Do you have a store that I'm unaware of? Is this true? Hello, dementia is setting in. Listen, if you have a store that I need to shout out, I'm trying to look through what you sent me here to see, but you said just got these in. Just got these in where? Let me know and I will shout you out, because I know I'm not alone and I know many people who would be interested in getting these. Wow. Unless you mean that you just got them in for yourself, and I don't blame you, because great minds think alike. And she sent me a beautiful card, you guys, along with, and she said some vellum paper for you to play around with, which I don't have a lot of vellum. I think this might be my third sheet of vellum, so thank you so much. And look at this, another piece with these amazing, look at her beautiful handwriting. Gorgeous flowers, love them. It looks like you embossed them. You guys, confession, true confession, I have never embossed anything, okay? Someone made a comment on the beads, my bead video, that I could do, that I should do like embossing, and I was like, oh my God, that's a great idea. I have a powerful heat gun, as well as I have one container of embossing powder that's like holographic, and I bought it like 2 years ago. I think I saw a video by Rach, as a matter of fact, I know I did. You know, Rach0113 or something like that. Her name is Rachel Black, which was my daughter's name, maiden name. But I saw her use it like in a fairy card, and I had to get some. I got it. I've never done any embossing. So now that I've said that to you, I need to do that. Maybe I'll try it on the beads. What do you think? I don't know why I haven't done it. I always think, oh, that's a great idea. Or I see other people do it, and I have it. I want to use it. I haven't yet. So this inspired me. So thank you, Nancy. And whoever commented about the embossing on the bead video too. I think it's time. And you guys, look at this card. Look at this card. And I had sent her a little return happy mail with a peace sign in it. And she used it here. And she said she's going to use it to make a polymer clay one, which, that's amazing. And look at this. I showed you this before. I love this. You guys inspire me so much. Nancy, I can't even tell you. You made my day here. Painted circles are Barb Owen's idea. She has a YouTube channel. They come in handy for art journal. Let me tell you something. Barb Owen sure does. Oh, these are great. Okay, she painted and printed on these, and they're stickers, and they're circular, okay? I love Barb Owens. Shout out to Barb Owens. She does a live show on Fridays that I try to catch. And I do a lot of watching, but I don't always do a lot of commenting on people's, especially live streams, because I'm 99.9% of the time watching them through my Roku box. And you can't, as far as I know, you can't comment that way. And even though I intend to go back and leave comments, I don't. But anyway, big segue. Barbara Owens is amazing. I'll link her channel below if there's someone who's been under a rock who doesn't know who she is. Check her out. And check Nancy out. Nancy, let me know, sister, if you were just talking, you know, if there's any links I can do for you. Do for you. And you make my heart big and happy. And thank you so much. So that's incredible. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry. And I think I've decided on some Mexican food. I kind of scrounged around in the pantry, and I'll show you. I have a can of black beans. I have some leftover pico de gallo that I made like a week and a half ago, like salsa. A couple of potatoes, black beans, potatoes. I'll show you. An onion, corn, I don't know, something like that. I'm going to just do a mishmash and serve it with some rice. And I don't even have like tortillas or shortening to make tortillas. But I'm going to make some lunch and you're going to join me. And this video is probably getting real long, so I don't know how much chopping and things you'll see me do. But I'm going to stop talking about what I'm going to do and I'm going to start doing it. So I'll meet you in the kitchen right over there. Guys, I raided the pantry and the fridge, and this is what I've decided. I'm going to peel and cube a couple potatoes. Actually, I have 3 here. And I'm not going to show you all the dicing and everything because, again, we're looking at an hour-long video here. But I'm going to use a whole yellow onion. I like a lot of onion. I was dismayed to see that I have no garlic, but I do have garlic powder, so I'll be using that. But if I had fresh garlic, I'd be using, I don't know, 5 or 6 cloves. In my freezer, I had this bag of already cut up green, orange, and red peppers, so bell peppers. I'm going to use those. And I also have about a half a bag of sweet corn, frozen sweet corn. So I'll use that up. And I'm going to use a can of black beans. I will drain these. And then I saw that I had a can of pitted olives, black olives, so I might chop some of those up and add it to it. I like to just grab whatever I have on hand. I have a can of homemade vegetable broth. I'll throw that in there. I also, if I need more, I'll use another one, but basically I'm going to be, you know, cooking the potatoes is what's going to cook the longest. This is what's left of some homemade salsa, pico de gallo. It's fresh tomatoes, onion, garlic, cilantro, jalapeno, cumin, salt and pepper. Amazing, super spicy. Speaking of spice, I might use a little of this chili oil that I made with red pepper and olive oil. I just put a couple tablespoons in. And, you know, obviously the longer it sits, the better it is. But this stuff is really great. I use it in a lot of things. I'm going to make some rice because rice is life. And I'll probably cook, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of rice. And then I use maybe 3.5 cups of water. And just a tiny bit of salt. And that's going to be it. And so this will be kind of like a soupy stew, and we're going to serve it over rice. If I had a tortilla, we could make a burrito, but let me see what else. I have fresh cilantro from my deck. I picked this yesterday, so I'm going to chop up a green onion, and you know I always have to plant my bottoms here. I feel guilty. You could throw them in your, you know, I keep a bag of veggies for stock, but you know, they're alive, and I do feel guilty if I throw them out, so inevitably I wind up planting them. Usually you see them on my counter. I have some right now. And then for spices, I'm just going to use some chili powder, which is spicy. It's jumping. I have some salt and pepper and some oregano, which I love this jar. I'll savor it forever. My grandson wrote that out for me a couple years ago. Which has oregano and some coriander. I don't have any cumin. I got to put it on the grocery list. Luckily, I had some garlic powder. I have some red pepper because it's not going to be spicy enough. And then, this stuff is vegan, okay? Tofutti brand sour cream. It's better than sour cream, and I agree with that. It is better than sour cream in so many ways, and they also have amazing cream cheese, and I put cheese in quotes, that is incredible. And so I'm going to top it off with some of this. So I will meet you back here when the potatoes and the onions are chopped up, and we're just going to saute and throw everything together, and it'll throw together quick. So I'll see you in a minute. It's almost 3:30. The day got away from me. I just wanted to show you what's going on here. I did do the rice already, and I have this old pressure cooker that I use exclusively for my rice pot. I wound up doing 2 cups of rice. Like I said, I heated up the tiniest bit of olive oil, like half a teaspoon in the bottom of the pan, added 2 cups of rice, kind of toasted that a little bit, a pinch of salt, and then I added about 3.5 cups of water to that and let it cook, bring it to a boil, cover it, put it down to low, and I cooked it for about 15 minutes, and then I just let it sit there after I fluff it. So there's that, and then I have this big frying pan heating up right now on low heat, and I'll show you. I've got everything chopped here. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to our pan, and I'll show you all this. A little bit of the chili oil. We're going to saute our chopped onion and our peppers. And then I'm going to add the spices, and I've already measured these out, but I don't measure. But it's about a tablespoon-ish of each of the spices I said before. So garlic powder, oregano, red pepper, coriander, chili powder, salt and pepper. And then I have 2 of the vegetable broths. I'm not sure. We'll probably use them. These are the 3 potatoes chopped up. And if you're going to have your potatoes sitting out, put them in some cold water and then just drain them before you use them. Otherwise, they'll turn dark from the starches. Here are our beans. So after, saute everything, add the potatoes, add the beans, add the vegetable broth, add the salsa, okay? And then I'm going to let that cook for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. And then I'm going to add the corn and the black olives, which I did a lot. I love them. And I also ate what was left in the can. And we'll, right at the very end, we're going to add our fresh cilantro and green onions and our dollop of sour cream. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you everything going into the pot. Okay guys, here we go. Our pan's nice and hot. And like I said, this is going to come together pretty quickly. Just going to give a little splash. You can use any kind of oil you want. You don't have to use oil. I am going to add a little more oil with this chili oil. And look at that. Oh yeah. Just a little sizzle. You can always add more. Okay. And then in go our onions. And if I had the garlic, the crushed garlic, I would add that maybe a minute or so after I did the onions. Give them a quick stir. And then I'm going to turn my pan up a little bit here. Ideally, you could let these go for another minute or 2, but honestly, I don't really care at this point. I'm really hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and add our peppers now. And they're a little watery because they were frozen. So again, let me get this heat kicked up. I'm just turning it up to about medium. I do miss having a gas range, but what are you going to do? Thankful I have a stove at all. And food to cook. Alright, so Let that go for about a minute. And at this point, I wish I could speed up my video. I use the YouTube editor, and they have a slow motion feature, but they don't have a fast forward feature, nor do they allow you to do voiceovers. Come on, YouTube. Update your video editor. I should send them an email. Alright guys, it's already starting to smell amazing in here, but at this point I'm just going to add our spices. Like I said, I really want to kick up the heat. Oh yeah. And then, now honestly, if I weren't doing the video right now and I weren't so hungry, I would let this, you know, saute for like 3 or 4 minutes. I'd like the onions to kind of get a little golden and lose some of their juices, but this is coming along just fine. And I'm hoping you're catching all of this amazingness. And then I'm going to add our potatoes. Oh yeah. You're welcome to come join me for dinner. I think Tom and I are going to have a combination of, I'll be stuffed from this, but we can have this for leftovers, and we have last night's Chinese leftovers too, so it will be a multicultural affair. Oh yeah, you guys. Can't go wrong with potatoes. They lied to you. Carbs are good for you. Okay? Unprocessed carbs are good for you. Rice, potatoes, pasta. Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, anyway, then I am going to add our broth. So, this is homemade veggie broth. I save all my scraps, throw them in a pot, freeze what I got. If you don't have that, they do have a really good instant veggie bouillon that I use too. Better than bouillon. That's great. Or you could just use water. Alright, now that the heat's up, this is good because we're going to let this boil and turn it all the way up. Right now, let me also add in the salsa and our beans. So, like I said, I'm going to bring this to a boil and cover it and let it cook for about, I don't know, really we're trying to cook the potatoes, which, you know, is about 15 to 20 minutes, right? I diced them pretty small. So in about 10, 15, let's say 15 minutes, I will come back and add the corn and the black olives, and we'll taste it, which is important when you're cooking. You should taste it. I forget to do that all the time. I'll wait till it's all done and I'm like, oh yeah, I never tasted it. Taste it for seasoning, adjust the seasonings, and that's going to be amazing. So I just had my pot lid. What did I do with it? That is, oh, it's right there on the stove in front of you, Cali. You'll be all right. Like I said, early dementia setting in. Okay, you can see this is kind of already wanting to come to a little bit of a boil here. And I know this is a long video today, you guys. So let's cover this guy up. And once it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower the heat to like medium heat. It's on high right now. And then, like I said, I'll see you in 15 minutes and we will We will rock you. We will add our corn, etc. All right, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see where we're at. Oh, yeah. I wish you could smell it in here. It smells incredible. Yeah. Yummy. All right, let's add our corn. Whoa. Let's add our corn in the pot. And this only needs a few minutes, so I'm going to say let's give this another 6 minutes or so. And then I'm going to put about half of these black olives, which is a lot. I did rinse them off before I put them through a little food processor because they are stored in a salty brine, and I didn't want all that salt. But I do love them. If I had Spanish olives, the green stuffed ones, I would put those in. But this is incredible. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, like I said, we're going to give this about 10 more minutes, or I don't know. Cook it till it's done. I'm trying to give you time so you know. But I just go with what feels right. But yeah, the corn's got to cook. So I'll see you back here when that's done. And then we're going to plate it. Okay, guys, we're going to call this done. And, oh, look at that. I even found a lime, which I hope isn't too old. It looks okay. So I am going to garnish, like I said, with some more of the black olives, that fresh cilantro, the chopped green onions, and a dollop of the sour cream, and a little bit of this lime juice. And let me plate all that up, you guys, and I'm going to have a really quick bite. We're cutting it close. I think we're right almost at an hour with this video, so let me go and I'll be right back. Sour cream, you guys. It's delicious. Okay, I've already plated everything up, and my lime is fine. I love lime. So I'm just going to put some fresh lime juice all around. All right. And I'll be back to share a quick bite and say see you next week. Okay, what do you think? Amazing. I feel guilty always eating without Tom. I got to stop feeling guilty. It's such a wasted emotion. Doesn't accomplish anything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the day got away from us, you guys. I had wanted to go see Patty today, and I thought I would pull that out of my pocket, but the day got away from me. So, Patty, if you're watching this, sister, we'll come see you next week, all right? I miss her. And, all right, guys, here we go. I just mixed it all together. Wow. Don't you love when that happens, when you don't know what you're going to do and you just throw something together and it comes out like better than you expected? Everything works so great together. That sour cream just pulls the rice in with the beans. I taste the fresh cilantro a lot. The potatoes are amazing. It's not too spicy. It's like the perfect amount of spice. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Look, you know the drill. I love you so much. I feel like there's so much I wanted to tell you, and I'll probably remember when we're done, but this video has gone on long enough. If you've stuck with me this far, you know how much I love you. I love you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love that. Welcome new subbies. I'm so excited every day to see you guys, and I will see you very soon with something, okay? So peace, love, lots of love to my grandkids, and I'll talk to you guys really, really soon, all right? I love you.